Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for watching the channel. For those that I just posted the Germania Beasts Fafnir video. You're more than welcome to check that out. That's just over here, just in relation to Germania Mint's upcoming release. And obviously there's the latest selection of videos, the 2-ounce Canadian Goose and the 2020 Germania Mint 1-ounce World Money Fair Edition. For those new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Please like, please comment on this video. It'd be great to hear your feedback. And please share as well if you feel the need. We're going to be taking a look at the technical analysis on silver and gold, as well as Bitcoin as well, with the latest moves there. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people wanting to hear the feedback. And gold seems to be holding its value rather nicely, and we're going to be taking a look at that, and I'm going to break it down if you invested in gold 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and we'll do the same with silver. Hopefully we'll have enough time, and therefore you can see the differences between your gold and silver and how it protects the value that you've put in it, or the money that you put in it over the previous years. So to get stuck straight into it, again, thanks for watching. Again, please hit that like button, please comment, subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. I'm going to be doing a 1,500 subscriber giveaway shortly. You'll find instructions on that and what prizes are going to be available for that, and you're more than welcome, so long as you're a subscriber, to join that giveaway. We're going to get straight into the gold chart first. I'm going to be taking a look at that now. We've got one person in already. Right, gold, where we left off last time. Gold currently priced at $1,645 an ounce. It's currently down $15. It hit a intraday high of 1,500. Sorry, beg your pardon. That was the average. $1,678 was the high before it saw some selling off. In case you're wondering what these lines are, these are resistance lines. You can see there's our breakout area right there, and where we've tend to be bottomed out. My estimate there, obviously this was on the monthly. If you have a look there, below over 1,000. The reason why I've broken it down to monthlies, I will go into more detail shortly. This is the daily here. We've seen there was our high there, currently of 1678 for the day. This is our moving average. It's a 9-day moving average there. So we can see when we're under, we're bearish. You can see it there. And as we build up a breakthrough, we get a rally, as we're seeing here now. We had a bit of a breakdown, but again, there was bulls came into force at this level here, which means there is a good level of support there, which then created our buying momentum to take us to where we are today, currently at $1,646. Now, this was our previous on the 10th. The 9th was the day that the COVID-19 had affected the markets, and pretty much the next day we had a massive sell-off. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at how gold has appreciated from its current levels. So let's take a quick look here and see if you'd bought at that high. You've effectively only lost 3.3%, which is the equivalent of about $57 US. Currently, if you'd bought at that high, again, you haven't lost a lot, considering what other metals have. We're going to take a quick look at the silver one to show you the same dynamics. So let's go into the silver. Silver's currently down today. It was actually looking pretty good. Broke 15. It was at 14.98 when it opened. It rallied all the way up. We can see on this chart here that big wick. It rallied to 15.50 before a sell-off ensued. Basically, what we're looking at here is we're seeing that there is massive resistance here at what's that, around $15 an ounce, and that is unlikely to change for some time. However, sorry, there's our 15 around there. So that is pretty stiff. So, and we're going to have to try and get through that. I posted a poll, which we'll go into shortly. Now, if you'd bought on this day here, which was the 9th, sorry, the 9th of October is the day I'm looking for, which was here. Right, so even though the prices have fallen, if we look at, we're still down double figures. We're still down 13%, which is roughly about $2.20 24 cents. Doesn't really sound like a lot of money. However, in percentage terms, it's still pretty big. It's 13% down from its previous, or from when the COVID-19 news effectively affected the markets. Actually, it's a little bit higher. Actually, that was the wrong one. So it's near on 15%. So 15.5% is what silver's lost since the 9th of March. And then if we go back to gold, let's bring up the gold charts again. Gold is only down 3.3%, which is fantastic, because if you have a look at where it did fall down to, that was our intraday low there at $1,450 an ounce. It was about nearly 15%, which again wasn't bad. If you look at silver, the losses were huge on silver, which we're going to take a look at. So let's go back to the silver chart there and take a look and see what the drop was on silver. So there we go. We got 19, 20%, 23%, 26%. We got 30 coming up, 30%, 31%, 32%, and bingo. It was down 33%. So it was roughly just under $6 an ounce that it fell to, and they hit an excellent level of support currently at about $11.67, which was ultra cheap. And since then, we've sort of rallied up rather nicely. So we're going to take a quick look at the areas of support. So there we go. We're going to get rid of this. That is the breakout. That is the descending resistance. We popped up through that, hence why the term breakout. So we're going to get rid of that now. We don't need that. We don't need this line either. So what we have here is that's previous high. We have a wedge formation here, which is interesting. Okay. Okay, so there's our top resistance line at 1550, and then we have our support area, which is broken through to 15. So it's currently holding this level here, which, as we can see here, that makes sense because we have an area of support from this area up here. We can see it there. Good, strong buying at these levels. So that pretty much confirms that is an area of support. But can it hold that level? 1485. It's still what 1487. So it's still currently moving there. We can see our volume levels. We're going to go back to the gold chart now. So there we go. So silver down 33%, literally in that one drop. We're going to go back to the gold chart now. Sorry, I see there's a few people in. Will chat to you guys shortly. Just give me 1 second there. I'm going to get the gold chart back up again. Right, so let's have a look and see who's in. Mudswat says, Chartman, who you talking to? I told my brother to buy Bitcoin at 4.5, then again at 5.5, then again at 6.5. He kept saying no, he wants to wait now till 7.5 or something, and I gave up. I think buying at 7.5 would be a big mistake, in my opinion. I've got no interest in buying because we're going to take a look at the chart now, Mudswat, and you're going to notice something shortly. Right, so the current status, mad at my brother. The problem is a lot of people FOMOing in at the moment in regards to the price of Bitcoin. So it's going up, and everyone's getting on the bandwagon. The problem is you're creating liquidity, and you're putting it into an overbought cycle, which is what we're going to take a look at shortly. But there we go. Let's get back into it. So the gold chart only took a dive of about 15%. Silver took a dive of about 33% before it rallied back up. The main benefit here is gold has effectively rallied back up quite a substantial amount, down about 3%. Talking about appreciation, right? So if we have a look here, we're going to look at the monthly chart here for gold, just to gives us a bit more of a yearly perspective. This is 0.5, that is September 2011, and so on. If I was investing in gold, and let's say I bought in 5 years ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at, this was when I started my investment 5 years ago. Borrow this for a sec here. So we're currently in April, actually. So we're going to move it here. I bought in April of a year ago, and my investment has grown by a whopping 24%. That is massive in 1 year, guys. So if you'd bought gold a year ago, effectively you've gained $402 per ounce of gold. Not only that, your asset has appreciated by about 25%. Let's take a look at silver. What do you guys think the chart is going to look like when I show you the silver reflection if you bought it a year ago? Let's have a look. We got Joe Carpenter. Sorry, man, I just missed you on the last one there. I don't usually say howdy, but well, thanks very much there, Joe. Appreciate you dropping in. And of course, we got Mudswat again. Good to see you guys. We've got 5 in. Where is everybody? There's normally a good amount of people in, but it's not like people are working at the moment, but I'm sure some people are, which I take my hat off them during these times. Let's take a look at the silver chart. If I'd bought silver a year ago, right, so let's move this to the monthly. I'm going to just get rid of some of these. Don't need all these markers. Right. Let's have a look. Where are we? We want April. Huh, look at that. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so that is March and that is April. Zip. The return on your investments effectively would be negligible. If we have a look at that, is okay. So there's our April. Sorry, was that A? That's May. That's April there. Okay, so that was where it ended on the month. That's where it ended. That's where it is at the moment, right? And that is where it ended effectively. You would be in the same position as you were a year ago. If you'd bought in April last year, your investment has not really grown at all. Okay, so let's look at 2 years. Okay, so we're going to go into April 18. Okay, let's rather just get that deleted. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so we're going to look at April 18 is what we're going to look at. Okay, so this is if you've held on to your investment for 2 years. This is the current price. Silver down almost 9%, so that's a 2 years. So if you bought silver 2 years ago, and don't forget, this is just the spot value. Premiums would be essentially higher, so effectively your potential loss could be greater than where it is at the moment. So just take note of that. Okay, so there we go. So we're about 8% down 2 years ago. So if you bought 2 years ago, your overall investment is 8% down. Let's look at 3 years ago. I'm not going to go into this into too much detail. So we're looking for April 17. There it is. I'm going to create another one of these. Right, April, July. Oof, it's going to be even bigger. Look at that. Right. 13% down. So effectively, if you bought 3 years ago, if you bought silver 3 years ago, it is effectively 13.29% down. So again, I can't really see much appreciation here. If you'd bought at those periods. Now let's take a look at 4 years ago in April. So let's have a good look here. Right, that's where we were in April. That was its high. So, and what do you know? Down again, 16.39%. So if you think about it, over the last 4 years, silver has literally depreciated rather than appreciated. So let's take a look at 5 years. So that's a marginal 5-year investment, which would be April 15. I mean, in 5 years, you'd expect to see some positive growth in 5 years. So let's have a look. April, boop, there we go. And what do you know? Down again, 10%. So effectively, if you'd bought silver 5 years ago and you're expecting appreciation, all you've seen is depreciation rather than appreciation at its current level where it is now. That's a heavy thing. And don't forget, premiums are added on top of that. So effectively, your potential loss is maybe a third more on top of that, depending on the premiums. I don't know. What do you think? I'm sure there's going to be lots to chat about here. Let's have a look. Joe Carpenter says 3,000 silver ounces and 8 ounces of gold. Nice one. Mudswat says, wow, nice stack, Joe. Looking to get into platinum. That sounds great there, Joe. Bit of diversity. Silver Stack, Save UK. How you doing? It's good to see you. Big red candle. Certainly is. Single, no kids, have a business aside from vintage bass guitars and really spend money. Got into stacking 2 years ago. Wow, awesome, man. That's pretty serious. Things aren't trading at spot. There we go. I did say that, didn't I? Mudswats. $7 over spots. There you go. You can see the premiums already. More like $11 over spot. I've seen crazy spot prices down this side. Critter Hunter says, Limey, your accent changed. I've got a new speaker system here that I'm using, so it probably just sounds a little bit different. But thanks for noticing that, Critter Hunter. Hope you're keeping well. Stack Save UK says, I bought a silver 2 ounce Una at Christmas along with gold. Gold Eat India Una quarter. Okay, ounce. I've sent them to Gramstacker, currently at the grade. It's awesome. Yeah, one thing, I've got the Una and the Lion 2 ounce silver piece, Stack Save UK, and I've seen there's a number of issues with the milk spots on those, so I haven't sent mine in for grading. I was going to, but looking at mine, I don't think it's going to get 70 based on the milk spots that I've seen on that coin, and it is a very big disappointment as far as I'm concerned. Lammy, your accent's changed. Sorry. I've got a Vicky Gold Star. Very nice indeed. I like the sound of that. Stack Save UK says, wow. Gold has shot up all of a sudden. And we haven't even got into the gold chart. We're going to take a look and see. We're going to start with 5 years and see. We're going to roll it backwards and see exactly how gold has performed. We currently got 12 in the chat. Coin Collector, man, how are you doing? It's good to see you. It's World Stalker. Man, no ways. Critter Hunter. I was looking for you the other day, World Stalker, and I went to your site and there was no activity on it. But hell, at least you're around. That's great. Long time no see. Then we got Michael M says East India Company quarter ounce gold, 500 vintage. Triple S UK, hello, Michael M. Good to see you. Mudswat says, unless it goes to $50 silver, $2,000, I'm in it for the long run. Coin Collector, long-term bull, $50 silver. Mudswat, I'm just not certain we're going to see a $50 silver. And there certainly is lots of potential for it, but looking at past results, I'm very skeptical. I know everyone keeps calling for high price and so, we're going to see $100 silver, we're going to see $500 silver, blah, blah, blah. I just, I like to be realistic. I just don't see it. I just really don't see it. But I hope it comes true for you. $2,000 gold seems more achievable than a $50 silver, to be honest. Stack Save UK, that's not good from the Royal Mint. They really need to do better. Adele at the Coin Connection sold me a quarter ounce gold bond coin. Wow, that sounds great. Yeah, you're absolutely right. For something like that, I mean, don't get me wrong, they've appreciated nicely in value, but yeah, I'm not that enticed on it. What we've got here is over 5 years, we've just seen the value of silver just depreciate. It hasn't really appreciated. And I know there's all kinds of stackers out there that they just want to stack value. Can you really see in 5 years now, if you normally look at depreciation, inflation, is 2% per year. Simple as that. So 2% on your dollar. What I'm seeing here is I'm seeing bigger. I see more than 2% here from a value perspective over 5 years. I mean, we're looking at some pretty big double-figure numbers. I mean, 10% if you put 5 years, that is pretty much in line with inflation. If you'd started 4 years ago, you'd be looking at a 16% hit, 13% hit. That is higher than inflation. So is silver really something that helps with inflation? And that's what I want to put to you. For those that actually heard that question, let me know your comments after this video. Let's get straight into gold. I'm going to get this done here. So let's go into gold. Here we go. We're going to have a look at gold appreciation or depreciation. Which one do you think is going to swing? Is gold going to see a nice up versus silver seeing a nice down? Right, let's look at April. We want to go April 15. There it is. April 15, gold was $1,176. Right, so let's bring it up. Price range, 1,100. There's a little doji. Right, straight away, boom, look at that, gold, 39% up, $469. That's what you would have made. And I can tell you something, the premium on your gold coin would be way less than what it is for silver. So currently, 5 years ago, if you'd invested in silver, you'd be $469 up based on the current spot price. I think that's a pretty good return at 39% return on your investment. Who knows how many ounces you would have bought? If you bought 10 ounces, you would have made nearly $5 grand, $4,700 roughly back then. I think that is a tidy sum. So we're going to do April 16. Right, April 16. Boom. 27.92% up. So effectively, if you bought 4 years ago, your investment would have grown by 27.92%. April 17, currently, it should be the other way around. That's minus. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete that one, and we're going to put a new one in. Right, so April 17. Almost the same. 29%, actually slightly bigger because spot's price was slightly lower, so appreciation slightly higher. So 29% you would have seen appreciation on your investment if you'd held gold. Okay, so and let's look at April 18. I don't know about you, but is there a pattern forming? Everything seems positive, doesn't it? Let's take a look here. So that's 24%. If you'd effectively got in 2 years ago, you would have benefited from a 25% appreciation in your investment. Let's have a look. Okay, we got lots of people starting to come in here now. Stack Save UK says, I see gold ratio closing at pace. It initially gone down, but I think it's gone back up now because of the sell-off on silver, but silver will probably come back a little. Critter Hunter says, better sleep, 3 a.m. in the Philippines. Well, thanks very much for dropping in, Critter Hunter. Stack Save UK. I did my apprentice at Newport Pagnell, 5-year forward apprenticeship. Wow, that sounds great. Vanquish up my others so set, and I've really got my eyes on DB9. Very nice. Joe Carpenter said, aside from Bitcoin and Ethereum, suggest any other cryptos? In my opinion, if I'm looking at investing into crypto, I'd probably stick with the top coins. Simple as that. I wouldn't really divert. That's the way I look at it, in my opinion. There, Joe. Stack Save UK. You're pretty much like myself, Joe. I like a good spread. I've got precious metals and crypto. That's the way I like to do it. Diversify a little bit. Buy 10-ounce silver piece. Stack Save UK. What price? What's the price of black coffee beans? That I don't have. We're talking. This is a precious metals channel. That's what. Platinum and silver. Says Stack Save UK. Also been a platinum for me is definitely. I think we spoke about it. It was like a 17-year low or something like that. It was crazy. Spot price of silver bears no relation to reality. I think silver could easily reach $40 this year. Your current man, $40. I just don't see it, my friend. I know everybody, based on the feedback out there, I totally agree with you, but I just don't think anyone will let it go that high, because I just have a feeling that they just don't want silver at those sort of high prices. It sounds like manipulation, I suppose, if you put it that way, but I'd just be really skeptical. Especially when it starts to get up, and I think realistically over $20, in the $20 region, I think is a fair price for silver. We just need to get there first before we can start looking at higher prices. Crypto scares me to death. Mellow Stacker, man, how you doing? It says, are you still stacking with these prices of premiums? I am absolutely not. That's for sure. And if I was looking at buying anything at the moment, I tell you what, even gold is ridiculous. The premiums I've seen, a couple of $100 premiums, just ain't doing it for me. I guess I'm a silver, gold, and copper stacker. That's a great return, says Stack Stack Save UK. Absolutely. I see there's no comments on the silver there. I think we may see a $30 silver after everyone gets over this cold. Yeah, I don't think so. Stack Stack Save UK, 5,000 ounces would be nice. Then liquidate at a pawn shop. Yeah, could you imagine? Joe Carpenter says, I see a $1,800 gold, $25 silver at its peak this year. I think to break the 20, I think would be a plus. In my eyes. What is Kirk, please? M8 Health Babe. Here we go. Silver Limey 79 and all. What do you think about what I'm showing you here? I think you'd be rather impressed, I think. Stack View, yeah, it's fun. I have Ethereum coin too. There you go. Cash is king, not buying anything. There you go. I'm not buying anything either. Currently, even the crypto money I have is ready. It's ready to be spent, but we're going to be taking a look at crypto shortly. So back to the chart here. Gold. Okay, so if you bought 4 years ago, and then if we look at a year ago, if you bought gold a year ago, we're looking at April 09. Look at that for a return. Just 1 year, 28% return. If you had bought gold a year ago, that's how much money well, you'd effectively appreciate by about $326. So again, you can see the benefit here of holding gold, because you're actually appreciating. It's exceeding inflation. It's protecting your wealth clearly, as I can see it here. In my opinion, based on these here, and even the premiums, if you were to take the premium consideration, it's still growth. You are seeing growth in gold. That's what I can see here. I mean, don't get me wrong. What do you think? Do you see that? Because I definitely see that. If we have a look again, so there's the gold chart, right? And here's the silver chart. Now look at all the arrows. Down, 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 down. So overall, it's been down over the last 5 years. Pretty consistently. If you invested money in April 15, your overall asset value would be down 10%. So I mean, if you put it into words, if you think you bought 5,000 ounces back then, and I'm just talking spot value, not premiums. If you'd bought, let's have a look. The spot price then was, where are we? $16. $16 an ounce. So 16 times by 5,000 ounces, you're looking at $80,000 that you would have had to slap down. And instead of appreciating in value, it's effectively gone down in value by 10%, which means you've actually taken a knock there of, what's that, 10%? Sorry, that 16 times by 80,000 minus 10%. There you go, 72,000. $8,000 is effectively what you've lost over that period. Now, if you take the same value in, let's have a look, 5,000 ounces. If we go into the gold chart here, and you'd bought 5,000 ounces 5 years ago, it would, let's It's at 1178. 1178 times by 5,000 ounces, 5.89 million. 5.89 million, and it's actually grown in value. So it's up 39%. So we're going to add plus 39%, has grown to an estimated $8.1 million. Right. So effectively, you've seen massive amounts of growth in gold if you'd bought it 5 years ago versus losing on silver. Pretty interesting stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's been incredible to see, Joe. It's been incredible to see. Should be criminal. We can't buy gold shops right now. Yeah, there's a major scarcity. I wouldn't say they're just not minting anything at the minute, apparently. And obviously, all the mines are closed. And that in regards to productivity for South Africa. What happened in the gold to silver ratio? Let's take a quick look, actually. Gold. Bring this up for you. Gold to silver ratio. I'll bring that up in a sec. You skipped my reason. You skipped my reason. Why, Silverlime? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Mudswat. There was a lot of comments there. As soon as people start getting better, the markets will spike up a bit. That's true. Damn, I've lost my place here. There we go. Oh, your current says I'm not buying anything either, but if it was, it would be a premium silver coins like 10-ounce Queen's Beasts. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, if you think of it that way, it's got an appreciation from a numismatic collector's value rather than the actual base bullion value. Well, I can buy grams at a time. When the market goes up, I can get a steak dinner. Joe Carpenter. I think the most people will have way too much debt, and that gives cash power. Absolutely, Joe Carpenter. And that is probably why I'm saying that people need to watch out. Is I think a lot of people need, and there you go, pretty much debt. I mean, it doesn't have to be debt though, Joe. It's just keeping the lights on at the moment. You know, making sure you're above water. And even though we've had a bit of a reaction rally back up, I think there's still more turmoil ahead because people are going to have to sell some assets to keep things going for as long as this emergency lasts. I love the old saying, best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. That's hi, Steve. Health babe, Mudswat, good for you. Maybe she's saying hello to everybody there. Junk silver, 90% premiums are just going nuts too. There we go. Pretty much sterling silver. I think anything with silver content these days is the guys are just going to be laughing at you coming in. They're just going to be taking you for a ride. And I even said this. I put a comment there on Yankee Stackin. I said a lot of people are FOMOing in currently at the minute because they're like, oh yeah, I've got to go out there. I've got to get precious metals. Things are gonna go bad. I need to go out there, and the guys are just cashing in big time. And then after all of this goes, it's like when people bought silver when it was $49 an ounce, and pretty much the next day it dropped down to what, 29 or something like that. So all those people at $49 took a bath of note the next day. I can sell my silver to any one of you. I will beat any online dealer's price. Visit meow-bullion.com. Guido Stackin, man, how you doing? Hello, everyone. Hello, Limey. Good time. Long time no see. Hope everything's well and very well in yourself. 5 kilograms of gold. I'm still thinking that over kilo bars. That would be something. 1,000 grams. Joe Carpenter. I have a 2014 Skion XB paid. Very nice. Not even a little health, babe. Second time to plant a tree is now. Again, applies to precious metals too. That's what says, yeah, I'm also not qualified. Health, babe. There we go. Lost for words says, buy toilet paper. Double ply. What about quad ply? Wouldn't that be something? All right, we're going to end off having a look at Bitcoin. So let's go into the gold and silver ratio. One of my viewers there was asking about it. Let's have a look. Gold to silver ratio. Well, 110. It was 108 this morning, so it's actually gone up about a couple of ounces. That's the main screen there. I'm just going to bring this up. Give me 1 second there. There we go. Right, there it is. There's our trend line, 110 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold, and there was its peak there over 120 ounces. I thought, well, it'd be coming back to this moving average line. So this, as the moving average line keeps creeping up, and that's going to be pushing up. But do you think it's going to break 100? That's what I'd like to know. Do you think it'll break back down? Do you reckon both of them are going to go up? Silver's going to get a bit weak. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So there we go. 110 silver ounces to 1 ounce of gold. Right, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently price is $7,331 pounds. This is the 4-hour chart here. You can clearly see there 4H. There's our moving averages. I've stayed out of it really. There's too much up and down movements here in a big way. Also, I've got a sneaking suspicion we're just majorly overbought here. There hasn't been much selling. If you guys look at the volume here, right, check this out. This is really interesting. So this is where we came out of it. Was that 5.9? And it's literally, there's been a lot of buying, which again, I'm thinking it's overbought and it's ready to drop. I just see large amounts of buying at the moment, not much selling, and we're just waiting really. I think a lot of people are waiting in the wings here to see a retest down. There's our support areas here. If it was to come down, you're probably looking at about 7,000. We've got 6.7, followed by about 6.4, 6.5, 6.1, 5.8 has been pretty consistent for a support area there, and there, followed then by about 5.5. Yeah, I think there's got to be some more selling here coming, and I'm not going to be on the receiving end of that. But there it is. I think it's done fairly well. We've had some good rallies here. One there, what was that? 6.7 to 7.4. That's pretty good here. There's another one, 6.2, all the way up to 7,000, 5.8, all the way up there to 6.6. So we are giving that sort of thing, but you know, I think there's going to be a significant drop. We haven't got the same amounts of selling happening at the minute. There's lots of buying. I personally think it's retail that is currently buying at these prices because there hasn't been significant whale movement. I get whale alerts that normally let me know whenever there's large volume of buying. I haven't seen any for weeks. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens next. But there we have it, 7,331 for Bitcoin, everybody. Let's have a look. We got SilverGiveaways. I agree on platinum. I have gotten some during the drop, but before the rise of the premium. Remember, you were talking last year, Health Babe, that you wanted to get in at 740, and I said it just seemed unlikely that was happening, and I think it was true based on that time, because the CV19 wasn't around, and the markets were just constantly going up. It was only when CV19 affected the markets that we had that massive plummet. There we go. The spike is coming, says Stack UK. And SilverGiveaways, good to see you, buddy. How are you doing? And once Trump and the Treasury, Fed stabilizing world situation, I think silver will drop back to 101. I think it's going to be a fairly good level of resistance here. Yes, it was 780. There you go. That's held, babe. That's all the time I got for you, everybody. It's 38 minutes into the live stream. Just a quick update. Again, thank you all very much for joining me on today's video. Thank you for watching. And I look forward to doing the next live stream. And don't forget, 1,500 subscriber giveaway is coming up. So make sure that your notifications are set. And I'll look forward to seeing you all on the next one. So thank you for watching. 1,500 subscriber giveaway coming up. Make sure that your notifications are set for that. Please like, comment as well. It could be any comment. A thumbs up. Hey, Silver Limey, how you doing? It could be anything. I certainly appreciate your feedback there. Some shout outs as usual. We've got Stack Save UK, Joe Carpenter, and Health Babe, AU Currents, Guido Stackin says thank you, Limey. Good to see you, buddy. We got Silver Stanger, Mark B. Let's have a look. Silver Stars. Wow. Okay. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Silver Stars. Missed you there. Hope you're keeping well. Thanks for dropping in. Lost for words. And we're going to do one more. Hi, Steve. Right. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on the next one, but definitely have a look at that. You can see appreciation between gold and silver over the last 5 years. And it's clear as day which one is the winner in regards to best protecting the wealth. Your wealth and even growing your wealth. So make sure you can check that, scroll back, take a look, put a comment in, and I'll see you all on the next one. Take care, everybody. Really appreciate you dropping in, and I'll see you soon.